You like all-terrain vehicles? We're gonna do the rest of this turtle drawing. I'll take my toothpick out for anybody that doesn't want to watch that. All right, we're gonna make a new layer and folder behind Mikey and Donnie, and we're gonna call that Leo. Put another layer in there. This will be our little sketch layer. So we're going to go in here and do the same stuff. We're going to start with his eye. So we'll get this going here. Do not too much eyebrow. I may go back and change this, kind of like what we did on Donnie. And again, like I said, this is going to be a shorter video tonight. And I'm going to turn down the volume on my phone. Okay. So we got our, we're going to start with the eyebrow. And I like to do the filled path on these, on faces often. So like I said before, we're going to get, whenever you're using Photoshop and you right click on these paths, you will get a menu that pops up. You can't see it on here, and it'll give you some options of things you can do, which I think that's feathered, so we're going to take that down to 0. There we go. That's a little cleaner. And we're going to get around here. We're going to do the top of the darn turtle head. I've got a turtle head poking out enough of the brow up to his forehead, the top of his cranium. And since we got the basic shape in here, we're going to go ahead and put in our line work that would be the mask. Yeah, and I think Leo's bandana here, his mask, is going to extend out over his shell. So we're gonna go ahead and put the flow of his bandana on here. And that's the nice thing about drawing this digitally, is that you can bend and shape stuff like this, especially cloth texture. And we're going to do this. Did I make sure that that's too thick? Hit B, and we're going to turn those down. We're going to use those, I guess they're matrices. Turn that down to 4. Right click. Nope. Hit P. Right click. Go to stroke path. Brush. That's a little bit better. That's a little more consistent with our line weight. And I'm going to put some made up knot. K-N-O-T-S. Knots. Not too much. Whoops. And escape from there. And this one's going to go down here just a tad. Onto this. There we go. Cool, huh? Now we're going to go in here. We're going to hit W and select everything outside of what we've done, because we're going to go ahead and put a shell on here. He's going to have more detail in his shell because that's what we're going to see mostly of Leo. I'm going to put some little bits of, like, I don't know, I guess you would call them shell plates, maybe. So, like, we'll kind of put an octagonal, we'll put like an octagonal pattern on his back. We'll get a little bit of this going. Now we can put Leo's weapon straps on his shell. As long as it's not too confusing looking. Sometimes this gets a little finicky. Stroke that. Now we've got that in there. Cool? Good. All right, we're going to make Leo a little bit tighter in the muscle. How are we going to do that? We're going to put more details in his muscles. More details, more wrinkles in the muscle. Show off more, maybe make him a little more, I don't know, angular. Maybe put a couple invented muscles in there. That's going to go into his elbow pad. If you've been watching these videos, I have not edited the last one. I believe it was it will be episode 10. I have not gotten that edited. You can still, I believe, watch the live version. I think I recorded it on Facebook. So you should still be able to watch that. But I'm going to try and get these edited next week. But you can still catch up or check out other videos on cooldojo.com. You can watch some This games. You can watch the previous series I did, which was just an original monster drawing, 100% traditional media for that one. And it's available on my YouTube channel, so you can check that out while you wait for a couple weeks to get the next episode of the turtle drawing here. And I'm going to go for probably just another 20 minutes. Summertime is a little busier in the evening. And during the school year, it's a little bit easier to get the children to go to sleep so we can make a video on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Got the wrist guards. Now, we didn't really sketch out hands, so we're going to do kind of a confusing looking hand here. But we got the majority of it in there. Stroke that. Cool. And this is going to be Leo, so that's a finger. All right, we got most. Well, I guess we got to put a snout in there. I don't give my turtles nostrils. They don't have nostrils. They don't have lips. And their teeth are straight. Because they're mostly vegetarians, aren't they? They eat pizza. Pizza. Radical, 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 radical. Let's see. We'll stroke all that. All right, we got Leo in there. I'm going to go ahead and put his... Now, we still have the ability to make this any turtle, but let's go ahead and make that Leo. And I'm going to make a new layer for his swords. Yes, this is going to be a katana. Beautiful katana. Katana. Katana dan that. There we go. And we'll do that. Okay. And I like Leo with straight swords. A little bit longer on the handle, but I've always seen Leo with, I don't know what you would call, we're not going to have it be up that way, we're going to have it be that way. But he's always had straight katanas. They've never really been curved like a traditional samurai katana. And that may be a little bit long. That's probably okay right there. Oh, I want that to go away. Did I make another layer for that? Okay, good. That's pretty long. And yes, it's straight. Might widen it just a little. Oh, I've got a little bit of a curve anchored there. Let's delete that. I don't know how I made that. Boop. That's probably why it looked strange to me. All right, so we got that. And we could have another one here or here, like going this way. I don't know. What do you think? Can we just stick with this one for right now and then see if we want to throw another one in there? We'll see what that does. All right, let's do this. We're going to put this outside of that shape. Right click, stroke path. Bing. All right, now we will go in here and erase what we don't want everybody to see. Oh, we're going to turn that up to 100. Boop, boop. Doop, doop, doop. Okay. Get in there. I'm going to erase what's in here. And we're just going to put a little bit of more of a handle type deal there. Shoop, shoop. So there's a little bit of a, there's going to be kind of a bump right there. So he's got a little bit of a bump spot right there in his, make these a little, so that's kind of angular there. We'll make that like that. We'll put in maybe some more details on the handles of his sword later. I'm going to refrain from doing a leg. So I'm going to turn Mikey down, turn Donnie down, and we can merge these layers here for Leo. And since we don't really have anything to go off there, we're just going to say this is his shell, because we're going to make this a closed shape. Okay. Whoops. Oh, yeah, that's fine. That can go to here. Do we get that? Yeah, we got it. Okay, so we got that closed off. We got that closed off. We're not going to put a leg in here because it's not necessary. So we're going to say his leg's probably going to be down this way and one over here. So we don't need to really see him. There's no point in putting that there. We could put some black down here below Mikey or something, but we can just say there's something else behind here. It's just going to be black anyway. So now we can put some color in on Leo. So let's decide what we want to make. I'm going to fill in his line work here in the sketch behind. It's a little distracting still, so I'm going to fill all that in, and that'll work a little bit better for our fill layer when we are adding colors. Is that going to fill it too much? Yeah, I'm going to fill in that gap. Zero, bip, zero. Nope, we need to do that. There we go. Okay, and that looks like we need to fill that there as well. Erase you. I think that's good. Fill in, fill in, fill in, fill in, fill in, fill in, fill in like a villain. Okay, all right, we got Leo in there. Now we didn't put a strap in here. Should we put a strap in there of some kind? Yeah. Let's fill that in with some kind of strap. It's got to go over his shell. Let's have it go down through here. Sounds good. Okay. Not too big, but we also don't want an ugly tangent with Mikey. Okay, let's see what that does. So we're going to fill that path first. Okay, then we will stroke that path. Here we go. Now he's got some kind of shoulder strap tied on his shell. Good. Arm muscles. Let's put a couple more little invented arm muscles in here. Put that down to 3. I like that one. Yeah, those are okay. It might be too distracting. Okay, let's give him some colors. Let's go ahead and do his blue first. Did everything freak out on me again? Okay, here we go. Let's do his blue. Let's go to our CMYK here. And we'll see what kind of blues we can make. That's pretty good. We'll darken it too. All right, I've got a hue and saturation window open here. I like that. That's good. Okay. So since I forgot to turn my feathering off on there, I'm going to pick this color, hit I, go to that, gradient fill here, or a bucket fill there, there, there. That's pretty good for that. Now what I've got to do is these were a little feathered, so I need to fix that. I'm going to keep that on darken, and that will get everything that is essentially not, everything that is darker than this blue will get filled in. So like if you've got white, the white is considered darker, so that fills in those tiny gaps. It looks like there's a little bit on the bandana knot here, so we're going to fix those. And that looks good. And that's at 100%. Subtract that. All right. So his shell and Mikey's shell frame don't really touch. So we can fill that in with similar colors. I'm going to take I'll take Donnie's belt color and put it on here. And Donnie's shell color and put it on here. Does that fill in well? Good. And let's see if I can put in a black right here. Is that going to work? Okay, good. All right, now the important part is what color are we going to make his skin? Let's see what we can come up with on here. I want him to still be pretty green. All right, I got a green selected. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's a good green for him. Looks good. That looks good. Yeah, and like I said, sometimes I like to give the turtles their bandana colors on their elbows, elbow pads and knee pads and stuff, but not on this one. Did I do that on other ones I've done? Do I have that turtle's picture up there? Where did I do it? That one. I think I gave him some orange ones on that other Mikey one I did. I need to put up my other turtle picture. Anyway, I've got some turtle stuff in my room. They don't have that on in the movies. They're all leather. So now we've got Leo added. I got about 5 or 10 more minutes. We'll add some shades. Put him way more in the dark. All right, I'm going to change my lasso color here. Maybe that's easier to see. Yeah, good. Okay, we're going to get pretty... We're going to get dark. So dark. Again, leaving mostly the top of the light source coming from the top or from above them. Do a little bit of creative lighting on Leo here. Ever so simple. Turn that back to black. And fill that in. That's very dark. So we're going to reselect, that's where his eye was. I don't want it to be too dark. So we're going to knock this one down to 75. Don't like that. Let's go to 50. How's that look? That looks pretty cool. He's a little brighter, so we're going to get up this way, down in, give him a little bit of a tempo. Toyoga, Toyo tempo. First time I ever heard temple in reference to the side of your head was in the Shadow movie with Alec Baldwin. Didn't understand. I thought he was talking about, oh, your brain is your temple because that's where all the decisions are made. I was 8. Didn't understand it until maybe I was 14 when I understood, oh, that's your temple on the side of your head. You think strange things whenever you're a child. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this cheekbone one here. That's kind of annoying. Not necessary to put that one in there. Yeah, it looks good. Almost like he's the one seeing back this way. Donnie will be looking this way. With their eyes blank, I would assume these would probably be okay with, you know, some actual eyes. Like, we don't have to do the blank eyes. Sometimes the turtles look cool in it, but if you want to be able to see what they're looking at, you know, you need to be able to tell which way their eyes are pointing. And I hate whenever they do like whenever, you know, one of the many problems, but like whenever they did it in Green Lantern, they just still showed his pupils. That was gross. And even in X-Men, whenever Storm's eyes turn white, you can still see where she's looking. You know, I don't like that. I just want them to be almost light, emitting from their eyes. I think that looks cooler. So let's get a lot of this in here, and maybe we'll just cut out the highlights. How's that sound? Let's see if that will work for us. So we got all that. We want to be able to see some of his Mazars. Okay. To do that, we will direct select those, go up to selection, and cut those out. So that way we've got a little bit there. We may want to knock that down so we can see his arms. Yeah, maybe not. We'll leave that right there for now. We'll put in some darker shades when we get there. So look at that. Here. Oh, that didn't fill in very well right there. Okay, there. Like that. I want to go in and fill in these spots that didn't erase correctly when we did it. It's our fault somehow, but we can fix that. Fill that. Got some nice shade there. I think we'll shape this up a little bit more. Fill that. All right, we're going to go down here. We're going to pick the original color for that. Darken that in. Darken that in. And the original green to fill that. There we go. Whoops. Okay, that's better there. Still got to put some more shades on this hand. That knuckle's going to be dark. Oops. There we go. Got some. Is that too confusing looking? Does that look strange? Should we get rid of that? Yeah, I'll put a highlight there. Cool, looks good. Maybe we shapen this. We'll curve that around a tie out. There we go. It's a little less pointy. Looks good. Cool. All right, let's put a couple more. We'll work another 3 minutes on this. See what we can get. I want this to be touching his shell at one point and then not. Down here. Contour here. A little bit more hair. Do a lot more down here. Heavier shades down here because this is going to be behind stuff. A little bit of a dip there. Okay. Where that ends. Here. Fill in this to be a little darker behind Michelangelo. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit right there too. Just the thumb. Again, those will be like little indentions on his back. So we'll fill that in. Yeah, it looks okay. We're going to have to put in a couple little smaller things here like this. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. That is good. Yeah. Just good. Okay, let's put a little bit on the elbow pad here. Then I gotta be done. We're gonna have to cut class a little short. Sorry, I didn't get this one started until late. For the live guys. I'm gonna try and do these Tuesdays and Thursdays if I can make this as regular as possible. Granted, I'll be out of town next week, so no show next week. I've got a lot of stuff I gotta do Thursday, so we're gonna try and get this done early on Thursday. And I'm gonna give him some darker fill on there. Go ahead and fill that in darker there. Make that a little more metallic looking. less cyan, less yellow. Well, actually more cyan. There we go. There's that. I'm going to brighten those up a little bit. There we go. That's a little more metal looking, right? Cool. All right, we're going to go in here on his belt and hit D, gradient. We're going to go to gradient and kind of curve that a little bit. There we go. That's cool. We'll put a little sharp highlight on there. But I think that's where we're going to have to stop it for tonight, guys. We'll get a lot more of that. We've got 3 of the 4 in there right now. That's where we got to tonight. We added in another turtle. That's not bad for tonight. We got Leo in there. I could put another sword in, like right here-ish, you know, or down here, something like that. I don't want to go. Can't really go right there. I don't know. Maybe we'll just put another blade sticking up here or over here like it's behind him. We need to put a little bit more darker shading in right here because it's getting a little muddy. Check out cooldojo.com, tpublic.com/user/cooldojo, bro, to get a cool Metal Gear Solid t-shirt. I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Still haven't made 5, but we're getting there. Anyway, cooldojo.com, drawing class. Good night, everybody.